All right, we're going to, look at some problems here from section 8.2. We're first introducing arithmetic sequences. We're going to come back and do the series, which is the sums, but for now we're just going to break it up. Arithmetic one day, and then 8.3 we'll do geometric one day, and then we'll come back and do the sums, or what we call a series. Okay, so I've got some pre-printed problems we're going to go through and work out. Okay, for the first four, it says tell whether the sequence is arithmetic and explain your reasoning. So if it's arithmetic, then we add or subtract. You can think about subtracting the same as adding a negative, the same number to get the next number in the sequence. So for number one, notice that each time we are subtracting 3 to go from the first to the second to the third to the fourth, so we would say yes, and what we call our common difference, D, is -3. Here for number two, we subtract 2, but then we subtract 3, subtract 4, subtract 5. So we say no, because there is no common difference. For number 3, notice each time we're adding 1/3. So we would say yes, because D equals 1/3. And for number 4, we would say no, because we're actually multiplying by 3 to get the next number in the sequence. There is, again, no common difference. Okay, moving down here, it says write the rule for the arithmetic sequence given with the given description. So for 5a, first term -5, and then each term is 4 more than the previous. So remember, in general, our rule for an arithmetic is a sub n is equal to the first term plus the common difference times n minus 1. So if we can get comfortable using that, a lot of times we'll be plugging in numbers in for the different variables, and we see that here. So a sub n, the first term a1 is -5. Each term is 4 more, so that's +4 n minus 1. And for b, first term is 9, and then each term is 3 less, so we're going to subtract. Our common difference would be negative, so you'd have -3 times n minus 1. Okay, so for this next group, and we're not going to do all of these, I'm just going to do 2 of them. It says write a rule for the nth term and find the 20th term. That's what a sub 20 means. Okay, so our rule, a sub n equals, there's our first term, 15, plus our common difference, right, is +7. So 7 times n minus 1. Now we want to find a sub 20, which is the 20th term in our sequence. So 15 plus 7 times 20 minus 1. 20 minus 1 is 19, times 7 plus 15 is 148. And for number 7, we're going to write our rule. So first term is 62. Notice we are subtracting 9 to get the next number in the sequence. So -9, there's our common difference, times n minus 1. To find the 20th term, a sub 20, 62 minus 9 times 20 minus 1, and that would be -109. Okay, we're going to skip 8 and 9. I don't want to, you've seen a lot of these examples. For number 10, it says describe and correct the error. I'll give you a couple of seconds, or you can pause, knowing that I'm going to tell you the error. And the error here is that the first term should have been negative, and they used a positive. So A1 should have been -27. Okay, moving right along here. Let's see, we're going to look at number 11 and 12. It says write a rule for the nth term and then graph the first 6 terms. I'm not going to graph, but I am going to write the rule. And so again, we're going to go back to that equation. So I know I have a sub n equals a1 plus d times n minus 1. So my d is 4. And what this tells me is that the ninth term is 35. So if I plug in 9 for n, that is a sub 9. So 35 is equal to a1 plus, and then we're going to plug in 9. So notice in our linear equation, we end up with one variable, which is the a1, which we need to solve for. So 35, 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Subtract 32. A1 is 3. And so our rule would be 3 plus 4 times n minus 1. And looking at, let's see here, number 12. Okay, so similar problem. A sub n equals a1 plus d. I'm going to get a different pencil here. Times n minus 1. The 15th term is negative 32. So negative 32, a sub 1. Our d is negative 4. So instead of plus, we'd have minus 4. And then 15 minus 1. So that's 14. And excuse me, 4 times 14 is what? 4 times 4 is 16. We have 56. Add 56 to both sides. And we get 24 is our first term. So a sub n equals 24 minus, not plus, we're at a minus 4 for our d. Minus 4 times n minus 1. All right, let's get to a new piece of paper here. And we're going to look at a couple of more. All right, so we're going to do 13 and 14, and I think we'll be done after that. So here, they give you two terms in the sequence, and they want you to write a rule for the nth term. So remember, in an arithmetic sequence, the d, the common difference, is just like the slope. So we can find our common difference by looking at this as an x and a y coordinate. So 53 minus 37 over 10 minus 6. So we get 16 over 4. So we can see here that d is 4. And then, so going back to similar what we did before, a1 plus d times n minus 1. Now we're really back to a problem just like that one, in the sense that we know a term and the common difference. And so I'm going to use this term, so 37 equals a1 plus 4 times 6 minus 1, right? The sixth term is 37. So that's 5, that's 20. So a1 is 17. So our rule would be 17 plus 4 times n minus 1. And we'll do one more. We'll do number 14. Again, our common difference, 96 minus 66 over 13 minus 8. It's 30 over 5, so d is 6. So again, we're going back. And I'll use that the eighth term is 66, right? That's a smaller of the two numbers. So 66 equals a1 plus 6 times 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. That's 42. Subtract 42 from both sides. A1 is 24. So a sub n equals 24 plus 6 times n minus 1. All right, I hope that helps, and we'll see you soon.